As for the detective who was leading the evacuation from the 4th floor, he had a very specific objective in mind. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. Oh, the music is eerie. It's just like wind. His objective was to secure his own escape route. We lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter. This is a detective you all know. He's even the lead detective on the current case. He's been the lead detective on every case. I'm pretty sure. He appears to be a very emotional man, but his psych profile says that he is without emotion. Fulbright. What are you saying? You mean the Phantom is Detective Bobby Fulbright? I nearly called him Fobby. Exactly. We were all taken in by his fake persona. Detective Fulbright's real identity is the Phantom. Doo-doo. Bum bum bum. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, how could this be? That's easy, Your Honor. Detective Fulbright was leading the 4th floor evacuation effort. Our first clue is that he made no attempt to have any other ladder put to use. The ladder in the robotics lab is the only one he ordered to be lowered. The second is that he directed everybody to the basement shelter via this ladder. Verily, it was all a part of his plan to create an escape route. After Detective Fulbright saw to it that the ladder was lowered from the robotics lab, he went to the lounge where he killed Clay Terran and escaped into the Space Museum. What happened? Wait a minute. What happened to the Hope Capsule? I just noticed. Obviously, I don't think it's going to show it afterwards. Oh, it'd be with the autopsy report. No, I just realised the Hope Capsule is what Clay was carrying. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure, didn't it disappear after he was killed? Yeah, that just stuck out to me, because I just looked at it, I was like, hang on a minute, what happened to that? The museum started moving slowly, so he waited for the right time, got a running start, and whoop! Hey, farming simulator guy, how's it going? And just as the corridor was passing the ladder, he leapt onto it. I don't believe it. That addle-pated detective did all that. Was it really him? I mean, all this time I thought... Sorry, we didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright. The heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. Do I play Call of Duty? Not really. Well, I've played them for the campaign. That's it, I don't really do multiplayer. Also, I'm glad to hear that. I'm also pretty good, thanks for asking. And my catchphrase, it's in justice we trust. Then his concern for Simon was also all just one big act. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. That monster killed Clay. He had me completely fooled. Come to think of it, he's the one who brought that blood-stained lighter to court too. The scumbag even made me turn on Athena. Damn it, how the hell did I fall for all that? For him to have wormed his way into the police department as well. Your Honor, the defense demands to question Detective Bobby Fulbright. Oh, nice. Yes, I agree that we need to hear from him right away. The court will take a short recess and then Detective Fulbright will take the stand. Ooh. Well, this is definitely getting interesting. Jesus. Fulbright. I still have a little bit of doubt. How could he be the Phantom? He's such a cheery chap. Defendant lobby. Is it number 5 still? Yep. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. If it wasn't for everything you did, if you mean difficulty, then no. I'm not a masochist. Don't thank me yet. I just play on the normal difficulty. For a while I used to only play on easy, because then I got through the game quicker. But well, not recently, for the past couple months, or past half year or so, I just started to play on normal. The games aren't that challenging. We still have an uphill battle to fight. You got it, boss. Apollo! Well, this is awkward. What is it you're trying to play that on? Because I'm pretty sure the second disk install stuff was only for, like, last-gen consoles. At least I think so. I don't know. Athena, can you do me a favour? Punch me! Hit me! Oh, huh? What is it? Could you... punch me, please? Well, I got it right. What? Why would I do that? Or why should I do that? Because I should have believed in you. I let the seed of doubt inside me get the best of me. I'm really sorry that I didn't trust— ouch! Okay, that makes sense. Don't be such a dope. I was really touched by what you did. Huh? No, what are you talking about? I want to believe in Athena, I really do. But what is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really fully trust her. You took the time and effort to genuinely think about who I am and what I'm made of. After all that, how could I punch a true friend like you, Apollo? You didn't have any trouble slapping him a second ago. Slap and a punch, a bit different. Thanks, Athena, and thanks for waking me up to reality again. Guess I know now who to call if I ever get sleepy and caught. That's fair enough. I still have all my consoles hooked up, regardless of how old they are. All this one I have hooked up is PS2, and then PSP. It looks like you have some promising young people working under you. Edgeworth? Of course. Edgeworth. Yeah, I think they're pretty great myself. And they're not afraid to keep me in line. Anyway, I have some very good news. Aura Blackwell has surrendered and the hostages have been set free. Trucy and all the others. Oh, thank goodness. Miss Blackwell said she had something she really needed to do. So I granted her special permission to do what she must. Wonder what it is? Oh! I didn't realise she was here. Miss Blackwell. I didn't come to apologise, if that's what you're thinking. My actions are what allowed the truth of what happened 7 years ago to come to light. But I did come because I had something to say to all of you. Miss Aura? You better not be here to complain about something. Miss Blackwell, I want to apologise to you. The fact that you couldn't trust the court system is our fault. Yes, it's true the courts are filled with incompetent idiots. Still, I suppose I could let you handle the rest of this case for me. Well, Miss Aura, does this mean you're starting to trust the system again? No, of course not. Be quiet, hunk of junk. It's just, I wouldn't mind if you were the ones who took Metis' killer down. Leave it to us. We'll get him. So I guess that means she's starting to trust us, at least. Aura. Simon. I'm so glad both you and the princess were cleared of all suspicion. It's all thanks to me and my robots. You'd better be grateful. I never imagined you would go that far. Though you always were extreme. But I don't recall ever requesting your help. As close as ever, I see. Well, now that you've been released, I guess it's my turn to go live in the slammer. I just hope you're not the prosecutor for my trial. You'd probably give me the death penalty. You know me all too well. I guess love can take on a variety of expressions, including stunted in their case. But I truly was about to be executed tomorrow. Though because of you, it looks like I won't be crossing the sticks just yet. You have my heartfelt thanks, Aura. I'm sorry I caused you so much anguish. Simon. Aw. Wow, she's actually showing emotion. I'm so glad, Simon. So very glad to hear you say that. Aura. Alright, that's enough of that. Bailiff, take me to the detention center. What Miss Blackwell did was inexcusable. But it's clear she did it out of love for her brother. I still can't wrap my mind around Detective Fulbright being the Phantom. Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't believe he killed Clay. Right, and murdered my mentor, which brought great distress upon little Athena. Chief Prosecutor? Yes? I would ask a favour. Would you allow me to stand at the prosecutor's bench for this trial? I wish to claim the Phantom's head by my own hand. That was my plan all along. After all, it's highly unconventional for a man of my position to stand in court. So now he's using his position. Sir, the formal paperwork has yet to be filed, but you are hereby conditionally released. Please take the prosecutor's bench in your official capacity, and uncover the truth by your own hand. I'm much obliged. The day to part with these has come at last. Chief Prosecutor, could you? I'm just gonna open my drink. I was gonna say, I know that sounds like a very random thing to just say, but it's because I mute whenever I open it, because it's loud. How long have I waited? Maybe it's a sense of freedom, but even the air seems fresher, the light brighter. What? And I will relish flashing that blackguard Fulbright to shreds without mercy. Do I want to know all the consoles you have? I mean, go for it. I don't have to be able to read his heart to see how happy he is. I'm so glad, but I won't cry just yet. After all, we still got a trial to finish. It's okay to cry, Athena, I promise. Prosecutor Blackwell, Mr. Wright. Please avenge Clay's death for me. What are you talking about, Apollo? You're coming to the defense's bench with me. I am? Well, I can't expect Athena to assist me, now can I? She's the defendant. That leaves you, Apollo. But, are you sure you want me? I took a leave of absence and everything. Well, our office is pretty short-handed. And you're all I've got. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Apollo. Athena, I can say it with all my heart now. I believe in you, in your complete innocence. And now we're going to prove it to the world. Nice. That's a fair few consoles you own. Thank you, Apollo. I know you can do it. I own too many consoles.
Won't be needing that eye patch anymore, right? Right. Because I'm fine now.
Although I only have like 5. Wait. Oh no, I have 6 hooked up. Hey! I'm playing this game on Android. Now this is the Apollo I know. Welcome back, Apollo. It's almost time for the trial to restart, though it looks like you have things well in hand. Yep. I should head back to the prosecutor's office. Although I will say, I'm playing this on Android, but I'm playing it on an emulator. It's BlueStacks, it's an Android emulator. But why? I want to look into a few things. Namely, the first people on the scene, 7 years ago. The facial data registered by the robot. And Detective Fulbright's background. Sounds great, Edgeworth. Thanks. I expect to be repaid with a victory, right? Now if you'll excuse me. Fring McBoot is essentially custom firmware for PS2. In a sense. When you load up the console, it boots into Fring McBoot, which allows you access to a bunch of different things. Okay, you two all set to go? You bet I am. Let's do this. This is it, the final battle. The murder of Apollo's friend. The courtroom bombing incident. But God, getting Fring McBoot installed was a process. It's quite funny though. All you have to do is play, or you only have to own a copy. On the case that ushered in the Dark Age of the Law 7 years ago, you only have to own a copy of 007, Agent Under Fire. Not really. You need to have... It depends how much technical know-how you have. But there's guides on the internet about it. If you can follow guides, then you'd be able to do it. Destiny has called us to bring the one responsible for it all to justice today. Courtroom number 4. Let us now reconvene. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has never been more ready. You know, this is the first time we've been at the defense bench together since I debuted. Now that you mention it. Although back then, I thought you were more loud than you were reliable. You've really come a long way since then, Apollo. You've grown a lot. Well, there have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well. He's still got that ego of his, though. Prosecutor Blackwell. With the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. Oh, it's weird not hearing the clang of the handcuffs. Yes, I guess we can keep the chit-chat for later. Bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately. Even with those handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell seems to be pretty much the same. 7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away easily, I guess. And here he is. Bobby Fulbright here. I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am. Detective Fulbright. Do you know why you have been called to give testimony? Yep, because there is only one reason why I'd be called. And that is because it's time for justice. In justice we trust. You can't fool us with that act anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies. What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice? I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but hey. He's acting exactly the same as always. Tell me about it. He must be feeling awfully confident. Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get to your testimony. Alright, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that. Okay. This is weird. I don't think he's the Phantom. He just doesn't seem it. The embodiment of justice. I'm the very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. And this bit about the escape route is only a theory. You don't have any proof. What we do have is proof that Athena Cykes is a culprit. This lighter with her prints on it. So you're saying the suspicions against you are completely false? And that the defendant is the real culprit? That's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial. He doesn't have any proof that I made a leap onto a ladder. Made a big leap onto a ladder. We don't have proof, you are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof for your claim either. I guess you're right. But you can't define justice with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice... just is. Don't make me break out a dictionary on you. Please don't throw the book at me. Tell me the Phantom didn't just make me set up a stupid pun for him. Let's just try not to lose focus, alright? But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice.
Silence.
Ooh. I do miss the handcuff clatter. Or clinking. But never mind. He's a free man now. Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it. Prosecutor Blackwell. Prosecutor Blackwell looks torn. Well, Fulbright was his partner after all. Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination. The suspicions against Detective Fulbright are at this point only suspicions. And as is my duty, I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I can. Does anyone have any objections? That's fine, Your Honor. Now ask away and don't hold back. Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination. Let's do it. So the embodiment of justice. The very embodiment of justice itself. Press. So the embodiment of justice. Those are just empty words. But they say if you keep saying something, it can eventually become the truth. Isn't that how people make their dreams come true too? By wishing over and over? Alright. Let's just move on. So I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. My arguments are hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory. Yes, well apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger. Haha! But what we have against Miss Cykes though is not just reasoning, but solid evidence. And it's called the lighter, with Miss Cykes' fingerprints on it in the victim's blood. Yes, that's true, but wait, Detective Fulbright was the one who brought the evidence to the trial. If you harbour any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright, right, Dono? Especially about that lighter. He's right. But what exactly should I ask about? Position of the prints, number. Wait, do I have any evidence that would help? I don't know if I do. I don't remember anything mentioning prints. Oh! Wait, what is it we're trying to figure out? Clay Terran's murder, innit? So that's what we're looking at. Oh yeah, from Aura's... It was the picture with Aura... It showed the guy in the room, or the person in the room. And yeah, they held the lighter in the left hand. With the knife in the right. Number of prints. Sure. I mean, the positions of the prints is gonna be at the bottom. So how many prints were found exactly? 3. The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger of her right hand. Aha! There it is! Your Honor, that is an important statement. Could we please have it added to my testimony? You got it. He beat me to it. Be it investigating or testifying, speed is the key. Right, so there's where I need to present. 3 prints were on the lighter, the thumb, the index finger, thumb, index and middle fingers of a right hand. Oh shit. This statement was added. I'm not sure if it's relevant or not. I meant to press present, but I clicked away from the button. At least he seems willing to answer our questions. Let's keep asking him about different things and see if we can uncover an inconsistency. Hey Kaku, if that's how you say your name. How's it going? Detective Fulbright is a tougher adversary than I thought. Yeah, I didn't want to do that though. Really? Skip. It's the final statement, I think. Without any proof. Yeah, it is the final statement. Boop. 3 prints are on the lighter, the thumb, index and middle fingers of a right hand. Whoop. Right, so now I can actually use Aura's statement to help me out.
Objection!
You're wrong. You say the prints were from a right hand, is that correct? That's right, very clear prints. But that just doesn't add up. Huh? What doesn't add up? According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself... There it is. This person held the lighter in their left hand. Oh? So here is the dilemma before us. Why are the prints on the lighter from a right hand instead of a left? You're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? Your Honor, this lighter can hardly be called incriminating evidence. The witness's claims don't even hold water. Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this. I was going to say reason. I just can't understand it. They're definitely right-hand prints. Where in the UK am I from? Northeast. I'm not going to say the specific part, for obvious reasons, but yeah, the Northeast. But then, why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement? I've got it. What have you got, Detective? The mirror. The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror. Go on. Miss Blackwell was looking in through the window of boarding lounge 1, wasn't she? I believe so. Is it a mirrored image? If you mean the little window in the back and to the right of the room. Oh, right, yeah, there. That's right, and across the room on the opposite wall... Ah. Is a large mirror. I do remember seeing it. So are you saying... she saw the reflection of them? Yes, the culprit Miss Blackwell saw must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror. Oh. I see. In that case, right and left would appear reversed, wouldn't they? That's how a mirror works. Now do you see? That's the logic of pure justice. But your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence.
Right, Dono, you'd sooner nick yourself than him. Oh, you'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle into it. Huh? That's right. Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand. And why not? Miss Blackwell said she saw an Earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? That emblem is only on one side of the lighter. You're right. There's no emblem on the other side. Exactly. As blank and smooth as a judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in their left hand, they would have covered the emblem. Uh-oh. What's more, this is the kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. I mean, this game is just Ace Attorney. It's always been like this. Outrageous. So if the culprit had held it in their left hand, with the emblem out and emblem out and visible, they wouldn't have been able to open it, let alone light it. But if they had held it in their right hand, they could easily open it and light it. This all means the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in their right hand. Come back, my beautiful contradiction. It appears you've planted a flower that bears no fruit. See how it withers before my flower of justice? He's tough. He's managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up to this point. In justice we trust. Now do you see? I'm not this phantom you've been talking about. I mean, are you sure there really is a spy? I bet they're just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's so sad, so very sad. But I'm afraid Miss Cykes is the culprit. Jesus. Oh. Wait. Detective Fulbright, I believe you said that the emblem is only on one side of the lighter. Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see an Earth emblem on both sides of the lighter? Aha! We get to perceive something. I knew it. You're lying, detective.